Welcome to the Camino de Santiago, one of the most breathtaking pilgrimages in the world. For centuries, people from all walks of life have walked these ancient paths, drawn by the promise of spiritual renewal and the sheer joy of the journey. Today, we're exploring the Camino Francis, the most popular route, showcasing the most stunning views you must see. Get ready to be inspired by the beauty of the Spanish countryside, the charm of historic towns, and the spirit of the Camino itself. Let's lace up our boots, grab our walking sticks, and set off on this virtual adventure together. Our journey begins in the foothills of the mighty Pyrenees Mountains. Imagine, you've just crossed the border from France, your backpack is adjusted, and you're taking those first exciting steps on the Camino Francis. The air is crisp and clean, filled with the scent of pine needles and the sound of cowbells echoing in the distance. As you ascend, the landscape transforms before your very eyes. Lush green valleys give way to towering peaks, their rocky summits often capped with snow even in the warmer months. This is a landscape that fills you with a sense of awe and wonder. It's a reminder of the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead on this incredible journey. You'll pass through charming villages like Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, with its narrow cobblestone streets and traditional Basque architecture. Each bend in the trail reveals a new vista, a new opportunity to pause, catch your breath, and appreciate the raw beauty of this ancient mountain range. Remember, these trails have been walked for centuries by pilgrims seeking something more. You can almost hear their footsteps and their whispered prayers carried on the wind. It's a humbling experience knowing that you're following in the footsteps of so many who have come before you. As you traverse the Pyrenees, keep an eye out for the markers that guide your way. The simple yellow arrows and scallop shells that serve as beacons for pilgrims from all over the world. These mountains are a test of endurance, but also a source of immense satisfaction. The feeling of accomplishment as you reach the summit of each pass is exhilarating. And the views? Well, they're simply breathtaking, stretching out as far as the eye can see. This is where the Camino truly begins to work its magic, connecting you with nature, with history, and with yourself. As we descend from the majestic Pyrenees, the landscape softens, transforming into the rolling hills and vineyards of the La Rioja region. Here, the air is sweet with the scent of grapes ripening in the sun, a welcome change from the crisp mountain air. This is a land of indulgence where the good life is celebrated with every sip of the region's world-famous wine. Imagine yourself strolling through endless rows of verdant vines, the sun warm on your face. The landscape is a patchwork of greens and browns, dotted with charming villages just waiting to be explored. This is a place to savor the simple pleasures, to linger over a delicious meal, and to enjoy the company of fellow pilgrims. One of the highlights of this region is the town of Logroño, the bustling capital of La Rioja. Here you can wander through the narrow streets of the historic center, stopping to admire the beautiful architecture and soak up the lively atmosphere. And of course, no visit to Logroño would be complete without sampling some of the local wines. Be sure to visit a traditional bodega or wine cellar where you can learn about the winemaking process and enjoy a tasting of the region's finest vintages. You'll quickly discover why La Rioja is renowned for its full-bodied reds, made from Tempranillo grapes. As you raise a glass of this exquisite wine, take a moment to appreciate the beauty and bounty of this region. The Camino Francis is about more than just reaching a destination. It's about savoring the journey. And what better place to do that than in the heart of La Rioja wine country? Continuing our journey, we arrive in the city of Burgos, home to one of the most awe-inspiring cathedrals in all of Spain. Even from a distance, the spires of Burgos Cathedral pierce the sky, a testament to the faith and artistry of its builders. As you approach this magnificent Gothic structure, its grandeur overwhelms you. Take a moment to appreciate the intricate details of the facade, adorned with statues of saints and biblical figures. Step inside and you'll be greeted by a soaring interior bathed in a kaleidoscope of light streaming through stained glass windows. The sense of peace and serenity here is palpable, a welcome respite from the challenges of the road. Take your time exploring the cathedral's many chapels, each one a masterpiece in its own right. Don't miss the Golden Staircase, a masterpiece of the Spanish Renaissance, or the Tomb of El Cid, the legendary Spanish hero. The Burgos Cathedral is more than just a building, it's a living testament to the spiritual heart of the Camino de Santiago. It's a place where pilgrims have gathered for centuries to worship, to find solace, and to draw inspiration for the journey ahead. As you stand in the shadow of this magnificent cathedral, you can't help but be moved by the power of faith and the enduring legacy of the Camino. Leaving the grandeur of Burgos behind, we enter the Meseta, a vast plateau that stretches across the heart of Spain. Here the landscape changes dramatically, the rolling hills giving way to seemingly endless plains. The Meseta can be a challenging part of the Camino, both physically and mentally. The sun beats down relentlessly and the endless horizon can seem both daunting and exhilarating. But it's also a place of profound beauty and tranquility. The silence of the Meseta is unlike anything you've ever experienced, broken only by the sound of your own footsteps and the gentle breeze rustling through the wheat fields. It's a place where you can truly disconnect from the distractions of everyday life and reconnect with yourself. As you walk, let your gaze wander over the vast expanse of the Meseta. Notice the subtle changes in the landscape, the way the light plays on the golden wheat stalks, and the wildflowers that add splashes of color to the muted palette. Look up at the sky, vast and ever-changing. The Meseta is a reminder that beauty can be found in unexpected places, even in the midst of vastness and solitude. It's a place to embrace the simplicity of life on the road, to find joy in the smallest things, and to appreciate the power of silence. Finally, after weeks of walking, you arrive at your destination, Santiago de Compostela, the grand finale of the Camino Frances. The feeling of elation as you enter the city is indescribable. You've walked hundreds of miles, crossed mountains and plains, and experienced the kindness of strangers. And now, here you are standing in the shadow of the magnificent Santiago Cathedral, the final destination of your pilgrimage. As you approach the cathedral, its grandeur takes your breath away. The sheer scale of this architectural masterpiece is awe-inspiring, its twin towers reaching towards the heavens. Take a moment to simply stand in the plaza, soaking up the atmosphere and the energy of this sacred place. You'll see pilgrims from all over the world, their faces etched with a mixture of relief, joy, and accomplishment. Step inside the cathedral, and you'll be greeted by a breathtaking interior filled with art and history. Be sure to visit the tomb of St. James, the Apostle to whom the cathedral is dedicated. And don't miss the Botafumero, a giant incense burner that swings across the transept during special masses, filling the air with a heady aroma. Santiago de Compostela is more than just a destination, it's a symbol of perseverance, faith, and the enduring human spirit. It's a place where people from all walks of life come together to celebrate their shared journey and to give thanks for the experience. Take your time to explore this magical city, savor the moment, and let the spirit of the Camino linger in your heart long after you've returned home. These are just a few of the stunning views you'll encounter on the Camino Frances. Each step of the way you'll be rewarded with breathtaking scenery, charming villages, and the warmth of the Spanish people, but the true beauty of the Camino lies not just in the sights you see, but in the journey itself. Whether you're seeking spiritual growth or simply an unforgettable adventure, the Camino de Santiago offers an experience like no other. It's a chance to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, to reconnect with nature, and to discover a new appreciation for the simple things. Thanks for watching, and Buen Camino. May your journey be filled with beauty, adventure, and the spirit of the Camino.